Well, hey guys, welcome to part 4 of my entire PlayStation 2 game collection. Got a whole new row here. We're starting off with the other top shelf, and then after that we'll go into my other shelf, and then I'll be done with that. So, let's get started. Before I start with the PS2 games in this part, I want to show a game that I forgot to show off in my PlayStation 1 game collection, and that was NASCAR Heat. This is a printed case. This is not the original case, obviously. It's just a typical racing game. I just got the disc from a video store that was closing down. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, it's okay. So let's get started with the actual PlayStation 2 games. First off, we have Legend of Kai, that was made by Capcom. Haven't really beaten this one yet. It's interesting. I think Capcom wanted to try to make a sort of another kind of animal video game character, and it's fine. It just kind of exists. I mean, it's not bad. I think it's good on its own merits. I still have yet to actually beat the game, though. And unfortunately, my copy does not come with the manual, but it does come with the disc. It's still pretty good if you can find it for a good price. I think it was actually one of the first games that was rated E10 for ages 10 and up. I'm pretty sure. This is a classic. Deus Ex, The Conspiracy. Great game. Not a lot of people really talk about this game these days, and it's really unfortunate because I think this game is really entertaining and it's super fun. Especially nowadays in 2025. At least in my opinion. If you haven't played this, definitely check it out. I kind of feel like a lot of the story even holds up to this day. It was also on PC, I believe. I think it was on PC before it was on PlayStation 2. At least that's what I read. Here's my other copy of Spider-Man Friend or Foe. It just has the disc, but it actually works. It doesn't have many scratches. Yeah, it's completely resurfaced, so. Although, for whatever reason, it doesn't work in my fat, but it works in my slim. I don't know what's up with that, but, you know. Which is this? Oh, yeah. Capcom Classics Collection, Volume 1. This has a bunch of classic Capcom games all in one. You got Street Fighter 2, Ghost and Goblins, there you go. I was just telling you about that in another part. 1942, Commando. All these classic arcade games in one disc. Bionic Commando. Yeah, really good collection if you want to play some of these classic games, for sure. My friend Forever Retro 82, he did a video showing his PlayStation 2 game collection, and he showed this. So I was like, okay. Oh, speaking of Legend of Kai, I just showed that the game. How to play, and that. Looks like it came with a receipt. Oh, at Best Buy. Hold up. When was this purchased? Does it say the... If it's not too faded... Yeah, this isn't a receipt. It's like part of a receipt, but I can't find any info, but it's from Best Buy. Very weird. I guess they kept this, but they threw away the actual information. That's a real shame. I wonder when it was from. It was probably from like 2005 or something like that. Where was it? Yeah, 2005. The only reason I go to Best Buy now is for games. Because they got rid of their movies and their CDs. So it's like, where else? How else am I going to go to your place now? Anyway, Destroy All Humans 2. Now, I actually think this is slightly better than the first one. An interesting story, I actually played a demo disc of this that I got at GameStop a long time ago. And I had that demo disc for many years until I got rid of it. But that's how I first played this game. Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, okay, it's the first game, but it's in the 60s. But still very fun. If you like the first game, you'll definitely love the second one. It's got a cool disc design too. Back when THQ made quality content. And THQ Nordic is okay. I remember when this game came out though. I'll tell you that. And that's the last Destroy All Humans game I have. I don't have any of the others. Alright, Resident Evil Outbreak. This is a side game that has nothing to do with the main story games of Resident Evil. Haven't beaten this one yet, but it's got like sort of its own kind of events, but the main thing about this game is that it had multiplayer online. And if you played online, that was where a lot of this game's action was from. It had, I think it actually had, if I'm correct, online exclusive levels that you could play with friends and stuff like that. It was like you're in your own Resident Evil game. It was actually pretty cool. And I'll give Capcom, you know, props for trying something new. Oh! To see Resident Evil Apocalypse. That's a good movie. I love the Resident Evil movies. People crap on them, but I don't care. I think they're really fun. Wait, what's back here? Oh! That's the place I got this game from. That's cool. I forgot that was even in there. I don't even know. I didn't put that in there. I think the game store did. And I don't, for those asking, I don't have Outbreak 2 yet, but I intend to get them one day because I intend to get all the Resident Evil games, so. You either love this game or hate it. Zathura. This is based on the Zathura film, of course. This game was actually sealed when I got it. It was like $20 sealed. It was really cheap. It's okay. It's not great. It's not amazing. I know it was also released on the original Xbox, I believe. I think. I'm pretty sure. But it's basically a sequel to Jumanji, really. And I think it's... unpopular opinion, but I think this movie is better than Jumanji. Just my opinion. It was like Jumanji in space. That's kind of what I liked about it. There's the disc, and it has the 2K Games mail-in, because, you know, it was sealed, and there's the manual and all that. Yeah, okay game. The movie's definitely better, though, and you should definitely check it out. Alright, so I showed this Hitman 2, obviously, Silent Assassin. So you're probably wondering, hey, why you already have the GameCube version, why'd you get the PS2 version? Well, I actually didn't know this, but the GameCube version is actually censored. And you're like, what? A Hitman game? So Sony didn't censor something? It's like, well, let me explain. And I only found out this is only available on the PlayStation 2 version. Let me explain. So it's basically got the entire main game as released. However, there is this one level that got a lot of people pissed off. And it's actually in the back. Because there is actually a level where you disguise yourself as a Muslim. No joke. And that pissed off so many people. So when there were a lot of I don't know if there were protests, but I know there was like a campaign against Hitman and people saying like, oh, you know, they should, you know, ban this game and all that because of that, and they shouldn't sell it. So what they did was they actually when they re-released it on GameCube and stuff like that and Greatest Hits, and they removed that Muslim level. So this is the only way you can get that level, unfortunately, and the GameCube version is censored. So that's why I got the PlayStation 2 version. I'm still trying to beat it. It's such a freaking slog to get through because it's like you really have to plan your attacks and like I said, I'm not the best at stealth. I'm just not. So playing this game is kind of a slog to get through, but I will beat it. I definitely intend to, because I do like Hitman and the idea of Hitman. Disguise yourself and be an assassin. That's pretty cool. And I did like the Hitman movies. They were pretty good. Here's ATV Off-Road Fury 3. This is the Greatest Hits version. Not as, it's a little bit better than 1, but not by much. I don't have the second one, and I don't know why. I should really change that. Still, much the same thing, you know. Go on ATVs and race around and kind of mess around. So there's a disc and there's the manual. If you like these games, is this game scratched? Let me see. Not too bad. If you like the ATV games, you'll definitely like this one. Alright. Mega Man Anniversary Collection. You're probably thinking, wait a sec, this is another game you already own on GameCube. Well, I own the PS2 version because the controls are actually pretty good. And I mean, the GameCube version isn't bad either. It's just I like this version too. I think it controls fine in my book. And you have all the classic Mega Man games. I don't know if it was on Xbox. It could have been, but it's kind of overkill in my book. Now this definitely got resurfaced. But it's an original printing. If you like the classic Mega Man games, and if you don't have this collection, definitely pick it up. It's got a bunch of Mega Man classic games on one disc. And the emulation is actually really good. I don't have any other Mega Man game. Well, I have one other Mega Man game on GameCube. But I need to get some of the other collections. Here we got Tony Hawk's Underground. This is what I should have gotten, you know, when I was younger, but I didn't. I did get it on GameCube, though, so not going to complain. But it's basically the same version as the GameCube version. The only difference with this one is that they had... it was this exclusive feature that was only available on here, where if you took a picture of your face, and it was actually pretty cool, you could actually put your face in your character. Like, you can have a character look like yourself. But that you can't do that anymore, I don't think. I would love for them to figure out a way how to do it now, because I think that would be really cool. I could have my own face in Tony Hawk Underground. But, you know, the Dougler is much more iconic, so it is complete, and I still have it. And hopefully we get a remake. That would be great. On its own, though, do not combine it with Underground 2. That will completely mess up the whole thing. It actually did have online play. PlayStation 2 actually got online play for Tony Hawk before Xbox. I don't know, somehow some people find that hard to believe, but it's true. World Tour Soccer 2003. It's okay. I think I got this for like, I don't know where I even got this. I think I got this for like $1 at a closing down video store, because they were like, hey, we're getting rid of all of our games, you want them for $1 a piece? And I was like, okay. I got some good deals out of that, though. Yeah, it's just a typical soccer game. There's really nothing too special about it. It doesn't have the manual, but you know, it was either this one or another sports game that had this. It was probably NFL. Oh, it was NFL Game Day 2004. I'm looking at that. That actually had an early Fear Factory song. Well, not an early Fear Factory, but it had a song that was on Archetype that was released before Archetype, so that's kind of cool. But World Tour Soccer 03 is okay. A classic. If you are a PlayStation gamer, and if you don't own Ratchet and Clank, there's something really wrong with your head. This game is so classic. I mean, I can't think of any PlayStation gamer that didn't have Ratchet and Clank growing up. You either had this or the Jack games. I preferred this over Jack, but the Jack and Dexter were pretty good too. I just need to get those games down the line, of course. But Ratchet and Clank is really fun. And it's kind of cool to see an early version of like how it played. It kind of, the game that was based on the movie kind of plays like this one in some ways. Yeah, there's the disc. And yes. Oh, is this did my copy come with a manual? There's the insert. I guess it didn't. Oh no, this is the manual. Or is it? Yeah, it's the it's the manual. It's a poster. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I need to frame this. Maybe it is at the poster, I don't know. Or the manual. Look at that beauty. I can't believe that's even still in there. Yeah, check out Ratchet and Clank. Great game. I need to get the others. I have 1 and 2. Do I have it right here? No, no, Up Your Arsenal, I don't have that. I mean, I do have it, but it's not in this pile. Unless I showed it already, but I don't think I did. Resident Evil 4 Premium Edition. This is actually very hard to find. You know what? Show you the next part.